1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Out there in Mandolin land, Mike Heading here, coming to you today with the old gospel song, The Hallelujah Side, in the key of A. We're going to do kind of an advanced beginner arrangement. I think you can get this one with some practice though. It's a great old song. I did this one for banjo a few weeks back, and I thought it'd be fun to do a mandolin version as well. There's a lot of classic licks and slides and melodic ideas you can use in the key of A for this song that'll apply to a lot of other songs. We're also going to get some good practice going out of our scale for a second, where there's a B major chord, very common in gospel music, so that'll give us some good practice. Again, also some ear training, hearing those notes outside of that scale, and how outside of the A major scale, how that 2 major chord functions is really good ear training. I'll break down the solos for the verse and the chorus note for note, just like I played at the beginning, and then we'll do some bluegrass backup. We're going to do chop chords up here, kind of Monroe style chop chords. And then we'll do like kind of the bar chord chop chords as well, so you can get some practice, again, playing those 4 chords, A, D, E, and B major. All right, let's jump into the Hallelujah Side in the key of A. Here we go. All right, let's start breaking down this verse solo for the Hallelujah Side. Let's take it 5 measures at a time. That'll be like the opening phrase. Here we go. Do that a few times. I'll do it really slow. Faster. Okay, so we're playing out of our A major scale here, and then down, right? So that's kind of a classic A major bluegrass solo here we're going to work on. So we're going to start with our index finger on the 2nd fret of the D string for our pickup, twice, on 2, 3, and then put your middle finger on the 4th fret for beat 4. So you have 1, and then we're getting up to this open A string. So we're just walking up to that note. 1, like that. 1, all downstrokes with my right hand. 1. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a 4-7 slide. So keep your middle finger down, slide it up to the 7th fret, where if you're in tune, hopefully that should be the same note as your open string. And then we're just going to keep our right hand moving. So we're going to go, and then put our index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. So you have 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So we're just adding that slide to kind of fill up the sound. It's kind of mimicking a vocal or a fiddle. So we have, put those together. So we have 1, 1. Don't slide too quick. So 1. And then for measure 3, keep your index finger down, play that note. We're going to do some down up picking. And then 4th fret, so keep both fingers down, add your middle finger on the 4th fret and do down or up, do an upstroke and then a down, up, down. So we have, and then you basically go down the notes. So you have, so 2, 4, 4, 4, 4, 2, open 4. Keep your hand stretched out, your index finger hovering over these 2nd frets, your middle finger hovering over these 4th frets. Good down-up picking practice there, all down-up strokes. So what am I doing there, right? The melody would kind of start on this 4th fret normally, like it would go something like this. Something like that, right? Kind of a basic run, but what we're doing is we're adding that 2nd fret first, which kind of mimics us sliding into that note. You could also just slide into it. That'd be another way, like this. That'd be good to practice as well, but we're basically mimicking that with a picking. We're going. Don't lift your index finger up, right? Keep your index finger down, that's your anchor. You have to lift it up right there, but then you're back to it. You could also drone with the high E string if you wanted to even fill it up more. Okay, let's put those 3 measures together. So we have 1. And then a D lick, we're going to play the 2nd fret on the A string, open A, down to the 4th fret on the D string and play 4th fret, and then open A with an upstroke, back to that 4th fret, and then down to the 2nd fret. So you have, keep this finger down, like that. Good timing practice there. We're going 1, 2, 3, and 4. So down, 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 up, down. That'll help you play the timing with your pick. Down, 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 up, down. And then land here. And then we're basically just going to play like a little pickup to get us into the next phrase. We're going to go. So we land here on measure 5, 2nd fret on the D. And then we play down, up, 2, 4 on the D string, 2nd fret, 4th fret. Open A, and then 4th fret on the A string. So we have, get some good tone out of your mandolin there. Make sure you're hitting both pairs of the strings. And that's 1, 2, and 3, 4. So the picking there is down, down, up, down, down. Slight variation on measure 4, but that's how we play the rhythm. So let's play those 5 measures. We have 1. Even slower. We land there, and then we do a 4-7 slide on the A string. Same idea that we did down here. We're sliding into that note. Now our melody's that high E string, so hopefully if you're in tune, it's the same note. So slide up, and then do an open high E. So you do 4-7 slide. I'm still doing down up with my pick. So I'm hitting the A string and then the E string with my pick while sliding up. And then another down, up on the open E, open 2, and then open, open. So you have, and then 4 open on the A string. Probably easier to play the whole thing together. We have. So let's put that into measure 5. So 5 and 6 together sound like this. So it's 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and measure 6 is all down up strokes, all eighth notes. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and the other thing there too, I just slid a little past it, so if you miss it a little early or a little late, it's not the end of the world. Remember, you're actually jumping off that string with your right hand and covering up that slide with the open E. So if you miss it a little bit, it's not the end of the world. Just keep the rhythm going, right? Obviously you want to get it good, but if you miss it, it's not the end of the world. measure 7 is over a B major chord. So we're going to the 2 major. We're going to play 2nd fret on the A string with our index finger of our left hand. And then a little run. Put your middle finger on the 4th fret of the D string, and you're just going to do some down, up, picking A string, D string. Which is just basically like this bluegrass B chord shape. So we're just going to kind of shift into that shape. So we're kind of playing from A here to B here. So our hand doesn't actually have to move, but that's the shapes we're thinking out of. Again, A here, B, and that changing that scale is going to help that new chord come out, right? So that's what we're doing there. We're just going to kind of hang out on that B chord. So we're going, and then 4th fret. So pretty easy, down, down, up, down, down. And it's hard to hear that chord change when you're just playing it solo. But when the full band changes chords, you'll really hear that lick work. So you have... So that's measure 6 into 7. And then a E chord lick, measure 8 and 9. So basically, for measure 8, the melody is just going to hang out on this 2nd fret, long note. We're just filling it up with picking. We're going down. And then this little bouncing technique, I always call it the bouncing technique, where we go 1 note higher and then right back. So you have into measure 9. So we have 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Right into the next measure. Just adding that little bounce just makes it more interesting, right, than just hanging out on 1 note and just down up picking, right? Normally the vocal would be a really long note there, where it works when you're singing a note or you have a violin bow where you can play those really long notes. Mandolins, we don't have enough sustain, so we mimic that with up and down picking, right? But adding those little bounces still helps it change and kind of gives an excitement to the listener's ear, I think. So you have... And then right here, a little run. So measure 9, we do 2 quarter notes on that 2nd fret. And then a little run to get us back into the melody. Open high E. And then 4th fret on the A string, upstroke. 2nd fret A string, upstroke. 6th fret D, upstroke. You go down the strings pretty quick. It's good practice there. We have... And then open A. You can hear how it ends. So we have... That's measure 9 into the beginning of measure 10. Basically, just keep this first finger down all the way from measure 7. Keep it down. Keep it down. If you do that, it's really hard to get out of position there. You're basically keeping that anchor to keep yourself in position. The other thing you could also do there is drone with the high E if you want a little more harmony, right? So measure 7 would sound like this. And then measure 8 and 9, you could drone with the high E as well if you wanted to. Like that, right? So you can add those little drone strings if you want to. What I recommend is learn it without the drone strings first, and then you can always add them back in if you want, all right? So here we go. Let's do 7 through 9 again. We have... into measure 10. And that's basically halfway through the solo.